How's it going, everyone? In this video, I'm going to give you my favorite setups, my game plan for the upcoming week. At the end of this video, I want to talk about a very special video I'm working on for you all. I think it's going to make you all really happy. I think you will like it. But before we get started, be sure you subscribe to my channel, click that thumbs up button, and click that bell icon so you do not miss out on any of my upcoming videos. Let's get right into this. We trade SPY most of the time, right? I do have an individual name on watch. It'll be at the end of this as well. But on SPY here, the only two levels I'm really watching as far as SPY levels go is this 417.4 for a possible reject for puts and this 404.5 for a bounce. Okay, that's all I'm watching. Now this is kind of more of a zone. We do have room up to that 418.2, and the bottom of this zone does start at 416.6. As far as like an exact number for a reject, at 417.4 would probably be it for me. A nice resistance. Now, let's take a look at my SPX levels. I always say this, and I'm going to continue to say it. I always watch SPX to help guide my SPY trades, help me navigate, help me know when to enter. You never want to take calls on SPY if SPX is right under a big resistance. You never want to take puts on SPY if SPX is right above a big support area. That's going to keep you from stopping out and losing money if you follow that one simple rule. Now, the main area I'm watching, the biggest trend I'm watching all week, I would say, my favorite setup will be once we get up here around this 4,200 on SPX for a possible reject. That's the area I'm going to be watching the closest. Really, from like 4196 to 4,200 is going to be the area I'm looking for puts. Now, what I want to see when we get up there for me to trade SPY puts based off this level, you can trade SPX puts if that's what you like, but I want to see a nice decrease in the buying volume on SPY. Ideally it lines up with a nice supply on ES as well. And maybe we wait on a reversal candle. I'm not saying that's exactly how I handle it, but that's some things to look for, okay? Now, for all my futures traders out there, and I watch this while I'm trading SPY, I like to see SPY, SPX, ES all working together. If you're interested in learning more about that, I'll leave a video I did on that in the description below about building a small account only trading SPY. For those that watched my last weekly watch list video, this 4190 was a huge area. That was the area I was watching all week and it hit it. It rejected at 4189. Perfect. Huge move down off this reject. What I want to see now, we need to come back up. We need to claim this level to continue up. We can't get above this. We're gonna continue back down, push back down, possibly back down to this 4100. But for me this week, as far as a good setup, I really like this 4303 for a reject if we do get up there, and possibly maybe this 4190 for a reject again. We'll just have to see. It's a little higher risk now that we've rejected it last week. We'll have to see what we look like when we get up there. That 4200 to 4190 area is the big area to watch this week. If we get above it, we got room. If we can't, I wouldn't doubt if we don't see that 4100 again in the near future. That being said, I only trade levels. I never try to predict what I think is going to happen because honestly, I don't always know what's going to happen. I can look at, bullish patterns, bullish candles, this and that, price action, but, I never know what news is going to hit the market. So I just try to trade my levels and try not to guess too much, if that makes sense. Now, as for individual stocks, I'm watching ticker AMD. This is in the chip sector, starting a nice uptrend. You can see it here on the daily and weekly. We're starting to trend up, right? We can clearly see that. Had a low 54.5 here. Now, my entry for this, I'm going to be watching price action. I'm going to be looking for signs of a reversal down here around this 85.8 area for call options. It looks good on the weekly time frame as well, which is a much higher time frame, much more dominant. Just the area I'm going to be watching. I tend to trade SPY more than I do individual names. That being said, if I see a good setup, if I like it, if I'm have 3 good reasons to take this trade, I will take this trade down here around 84.84. Now, people often ask me like, what strike would you trade down there? So let's say if the price of AMD is at 85.84, I'm looking to buy call options to make money on the way up. I'm going to go with the closest strike at the money more than likely, as long as it has good volume and the spreads are good, right? When I say spreads, I'm talking about the difference between the bid and ask on the options, okay? You don't want to be trading something with a $20 spread. Ideally, I like $5 and below if I can. So basically what you have here is us trying to catch this trade off a higher low. When we're taking an uptrend trade, you need to take it off a higher low, and that's why I'm looking to identify here. Got a nice support down there, and that would be technically a higher low entry. Now let's talk about this video I'm working for you all. I talked a little bit about it in my last video, but what it's going to include is how I find these exact levels, like in depth. what I'm looking for, my thought process, what I try to stay away from. It's going to be a huge video. I have people ask for this video all the time. So, two things you need to do. First off, you need to be sure you're subscribed to my channel so you will not miss out. Another thing, have notifications on when I drop it so you do not miss out. What happens if people leave notifications off? Sometimes you just forget, you miss out on valuable free content. So go do that now. If you haven't, hit that like button on this video. It really helps me out. Makes it worth all the work I put into these videos for you all. And that's all I have. I appreciate you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.